And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Catoctin High School, home of the Cougars, and we're ready for the Section 1 semifinals of girls varsity softball playoffs. Too many weeks of basketball. I'm still stuck in that mode. So anyway, we're doing girls softball here. The playoffs are here. We're in the semifinals, round 2 for both of these teams. And we want to thank today's game sponsors, Anytime Fitness, Littlemore Real Estate, Living Word Academy, Mountain Gate Restaurant, and Roddy Creek Automotive. Thanks for sponsoring today's game. The Lady Cougars come in coached by Coach Jessica Valentine, the 2A West #1 ranked team in the MVAL Antietam. And, of course, this is the last year for the MVAL. Next year it's the CMC, so get used to it. Overall record 15-3, ranked 27th in the state of Maryland. These two teams, Catoctin and Walkersville, were supposed to play each other, but due to a rain cancellation, the game was called, and they never did get it back on the schedule because the season ran out on them. Walkersville comes in, Coach Danny Cleveland, into a West 10-9 record, ranked 45th in the state of Maryland. They defeated Mountain Ridge in the Section 1 quarterfinals 4-1 up in Frostburg, Maryland last Thursday, and earned the right to come back home to Frederick County to play. It's one and done here. The winner of this game is going to go on to the regionals. So they're 6th seed in Section 1, and they are led by pitcher Lexi Windsor. Lexi's got 97 strikeouts on the season, averaging 6 a game. Good pitcher for Walkersville. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's your lineup, your setup here. The Cougars coming in off of trouncing, 14-2 trouncing of Oakdale here last Thursday, where they got 8 of their 14 runs in the first inning alone. And we had the player of the game, Courtney Topper, hit a grand slam home run to drive home 4 runs. Courtney had 7 RBIs. 7 of the runs in that game were right off the bat of Courtney Topper. And Courtney is statistically not their best hitter. So the Cougars quite capable of lighting the bat up, and good defense too. And it should be a challenge for both of these teams because when you come into this stadium in this time of the year, everybody is 0-0. Records don't count because you've got to pay attention and play the best game of your career to move on. It gets harder each round, and then you start to get over there into Baltimore County and meet those PG, Baltimore City, Montgomery County teams, and it's fierce. So a long road, long haul to May 22nd and 23rd for the state championships at the Comcast Center in University of Maryland. And we've been fortunate to go there the last 3 years in a row. 3 years ago with Catoctin. Then the second year we went with Urbana, and last year with Linganore. Followed Linganore all the way to the States. And just a great softball season last year for these teams. These two teams met here, and well, it was a very controversial game. I could just say that here at Catoctin Field, and we'll see how this one plays out. Step aside for our first commercial break. My name is Michael Betteridge. I'll be doing your play-by-play here live on AM 1450, your source for great high school sports. Be right back.
Do you remember hearing about an incredible event at the Frederick Fairgrounds over the past several summers? There were free groceries and haircuts and shoes and music and fun, and anyone was welcome. That was Convoy of Hope. And now that the seeds were planted, Convoy of Hope has become Planting Hope 2015. On Saturday, May the 30th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Frederick Fairgrounds, thousands of volunteers, friends, and neighbors will come together in a simple act of love and community to give you a helping hand. The event is free, and all that we need is you. Come on down to the fairgrounds, bring your family, tell all your friends, and find out what is so special about this home we call Frederick. Free groceries, haircuts, family photo portraits, medical and dental checkups, breast cancer screenings, shoes, free lunch, and more. That's Planting Hope 2015, Saturday, May the 30th. Doors open at 10 a.m. We hope to see you there.
Okay. I just want to be okay today.
All right. Welcome back to Catoctin High School, home of the Cougars. It is round 2 of the girls varsity softball playoffs. an exciting, perfect day out here. Big, cottony, puffy clouds in the sky, blue skies. There's a pretty good clip. You know, I'd say a brisk breeze blowing in out of center field into the field. So that may have an effect on some of those long balls that get up in the air. But we'll see. The weather can change here quickly up on the mountain here. We're right at the foot of the Catoctins, and you never know. And we've got some thunderstorms kind of hanging out there in the Ohio Valley. We're going to say a couple prayers and hold them off and keep that going. So the two teams are shaking hands at home plate right now as we speak. Of course, Catoctin, the home team, will be out in the field first, and the Walkersville Lady Lions will lead off. Amanda Campbell will be the lead batter. Amanda is their catcher, and Amanda will start off the rotation for the Lady Lions, followed by Jordan Middleton, and then in the batter's circle, the batter's box, is Deborah Fraley. So here come the Cougars out onto the field to warm up and get this game underway. As I mentioned earlier, these two teams were supposed to meet each other in the regular season, but not able to do to a pretty fierce rain storm that day. I remember it. We were actually going to have that game on the air for you, and we had to cancel. But then they rescheduled it, and they made it for the Tuesday, the day that they were supposed to draw the seeds at the state offices in Baltimore for the tournament playoffs. And the two coaches got together and decided, it really wasn't worth it to go ahead and play that game because it was irrelevant. The seedings had already been selected by the time the game would go off, so and it would have no effect. And God forbid someone should get injured on a game that didn't count. So they canceled that Tuesday game, which was the day that the MPSSAA made the seeding selections and posted them online. So that brings us to today, and the Cougars had a great season. They had a 9-game win streak this season, as I mentioned earlier, first in the Antietam division. Courtney Topper, seven ribbies last Thursday, a grand slam and a 3-run homer in the third. 8 runs on 4 home runs in the first inning alone. And, I want to watch those bats because La Rochelle got off a home run, the first pitch of the game. So here we go, first pitch of this game, and Amanda Campbell's at the plate. Fastball right up the gut for a called strike to Amanda Campbell. Pitching for the Lady Cougars, Jessica Bryant. Another fastball right on the edge of the plate, and it is another called strike. Bryant way out in front with an 0-2 count. Jessica with a 3.77 ERA this year. Fastball outside, and it nicked the strike zone. 3 strikes in a row, and Campbell goes down looking. So that'll bring Jordan Middleton to the plate. Jordan, the shortstop for the Lady Lions, steps into the batter's box, batting right-handed, takes a called strike. Bryant looks good. She's thrown 4 fastball strikes right down the pipe. There's her first ball. 1-1, the count to Middleton. Fastball just a little low, ball 2. 2-1 to the shortstop for the Lions. Bryant toes the rubber, winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2 apiece. 1 out, top of the first here at Catoctin High School. Beautiful day. Called strike, and she goes down looking. And that's so far 2 up and 2 down on 2 KOs. And that'll bring Deborah Fraley to the plate, third baseman for the Lions. Fastball outside, ball 1. Batting third in the rotation. Fraley tips it back to the backstop. 1-1 the count. 2 out, Top of the first, no score. The delivery fouled away into the crowd and out of play. Count remains. Fastball low. Ball 2, even at 2 apiece. Bryant looks in. Foul tipped away. And over into the baseball field and out of play. Fraley stays alive. Trying to make contact. 2-2, the count. Fastball gets away from the catcher. Ball 3. We go to a full count now to Fraley. Fraley trying to stay alive with 2 outs. The delivery. Chop foul in down the first base line and into right field, out of play. It rolls back down the hill and right at the stripe, right at the line. The right fielder picks it up and rifles it into the infield. And now Morris takes her mask off and trots halfway out to the pitcher's mound, and they have a little mini conference there about their strategy for getting this third batter out. I think Morris saw that Fraley got a little bit of that last one. She straightens it out, and that's a base hit. Fouled away, back into the baseball field again. Fraley stays alive for the Lady Lions. High chop foul just out over the dugout. Ball spinning like crazy. And it rolls back down the hill. Out of play all the way on that one. Infield playing in. Outfield medium. Straight away. Ball called strike. Bryant was halfway to the dugout. She saw it. She knew it. So 3 up and 3 down and 3 Ks on the scoreboard for Jessica Bryant to retire the side. And we move to the bottom of the first. The Cougars will come up to bat. We'll step aside for a quick break, and we'll be right back after this message.
We're all busy with plenty of commitments. That's why Anytime Fitness is the perfect way to stay in shape. From either home or work, Anytime Fitness at Thurmont is always close by, and they're open 24/7. They can tailor a personalized training program to fit your workout needs. Anytime Fitness can also fashion a membership and payment plan that will be flexible enough for your on-the-go lifestyle. You'll love the 24-hour co-ed fitness center with state-of-the-art equipment designed to sculpt and tone you into shape. And when you're away from the Thurmont area, your membership guarantees you access to any of the over 1,000 clubs worldwide. Visit us at 130 Frederick Road to start your program today. Now you can stay healthy anytime with Anytime Fitness.
Roddy Creek Automotive has expanded its services. That's right. Roddy Creek Automotive is a full-service auto care center featuring auto repair, preventative maintenance, vehicle diagnostics, tire sales, front-end alignments, car detailing, and even car audio customizations. And now they have added a new service, certified pre-owned vehicles. Check out their great inventory of vehicles online at their website, roddycreekauto.com, to find the right car for you and your family, or stop by and see them at their location on Route 15 at Roddy Creek Road in Thurmont today.
All right, welcome back. We're ready for the bottom of the first inning. The leadoff batter for the Lady Cougars, Allie La Rochelle, steps up to the plate. As I mentioned earlier, Allie had a home run over the fence on the first pitch of the game last Thursday against Oakdale. And she chops this one for a base hit right into the right center gap. She makes the turn, but she holds up as the throw goes into second. So Allie keeps it going. Back-to-back consecutive leadoff bats to get on base for Allie La Rochelle. That's going to bring Maddie Churchill to the plate. Maddie, the designated player, batting right-handed. She shows bunt. Fire back to first. Ball gets away, but the runner is safe. Churchill steps into the batter's box. The pitcher winds and delivers. High fastball. Windsor has it fouled away. So Windsor out in front now, 0-2 on the count to Churchill with a runner on first. Fastball chopped down the right baseline, the first baseline, and out of play. A lot of velocity on Windsor's pitches. She has got a high, strong fastball. Throw to first again. Parents wanted a strike on that one, but the umpire says no. It is 1-2 now to Churchill. She took that one. Ball 2, outside, 2-2. Getting on the referee down there in the blue. The royal blue Walkersville team, blue pants, white jerseys with red lettering. Here comes the delivery. Fastball tipped away to the screen. That was a ball, but Maddie went after it. Our scouting report on Windsor said she likes to throw that fastball low and inside, but so far they're all high, very high fastballs. Chopped up the middle, diving play. The second baseman stops it, but not in time to get the runner. And so a base hit for Maddie Churchill, a one-bagger, which moves La Rochelle over to second base. And now he's got a conference on the pitcher's mound as the infield comes in. That catcher, Campbell, looks like she's got a rifle for an arm. It's a very dangerous catcher because she can throw that ball. Her release is quick. And she was getting that ball out of her glove and firing it down to first base very, very quickly. So the Catoctin runners want to be very careful about testing the arm of that young lady right now. That'll bring the pitcher, Jessica Bryant, to the plate, batting right-handed. Jessica is ready. To the shortstop, she turns one. So there's a force out at third. And Brian gets the base hit. That'll bring Michaela Persinger to the plate. Michaela takes the ball on her first pitch. Runners on first and second, one out. Swing and a miss. Way behind on that pitch, so that tells you the velocity of Windsor. They need to start to get. It's going to take a while for the Catoctin bats to adjust to her velocity. Fouled away and out of play. First baseman had a chance at it, but she didn't make a strong jump on the ball. It was right in front of the Cougars' dugout. She hesitated and didn't get to it. Michaela steps into the batter's box. The windup and delivery. High fastball. Campbell rifles it back to the pitcher, and the pitcher turns, wants to throw to second to get a jump on the runner, but I've never seen a relay throw out before, but that's what that was. High fastball, check swing. And the third base umpire says no strike. It is a ball. Here we go. Swing and a miss, and she struck her out. So Persinger goes down swinging. And that'll bring up Marley Dinnerman, the third baseman for the Cougars. High fastball, ball one. Chopped up the middle. Shortstop's got to make a run on it. Throw to first is in time, and they retired the side on the out at first. So at the end of one complete inning, no runs on 3 hits and no errors. And the score is 0-0, and we'll have the top of the second inning for you in just a moment after this break.
Would you trust your electrician to fix your plumbing or your bricklayer to replace a window? Then why would you expect a department or box store to help you make decisions about your carpeting or flooring? Peterson Carpet and Flooring's experienced team takes pride in their ability to listen and understand your needs. We can integrate those needs into the latest flooring technology to give you a unique and innovative solution that's exactly right for you. Conveniently located right on the Golden Mile, come on in today.
Peterson's Carpet and Flooring will find a way to help.
That's right, Peterson's Carpet and Flooring, located on the Golden Mile. Go over there and tell Gail Peterson you heard about it right here on AM 1450 for the best service and the best prices in the county. Flooring, rugs, whatever your needs. Peterson's Carpet and Flooring. What a great place to do business. So Bryant's warming up now. We're at the top of the second inning. Bryant got out of that first inning on 3 consecutive strikeouts. 3 up and 3 down, which will bring the fourth batter in the rotation, Camilla Brunet, to the plate. Camilla, the center fielder, batting right-handed, steps into the batter's box to open the second inning. Fastball, low. Ball one. Chop to the second baseman. Easy pickup. Underhand lob to first, and they get the out. That's going to bring Allie McGuire to the plate. Allie, their first baseman, batting right-handed, steps into the box. Outside, fastball, ball one. Into center field, line drive on the run, doesn't make it in time. Off the glove into the fence, throw to second, holds the runner. So a base hit. Single by Allie McGuire. Just off the tip of the outstretched glove of the Cougar center fielder. That'll bring the pitcher, Lexi Windsor, to the plate for her first at-bat of this game. Fastball outside, ball one. Fastball low and outside, ball two. Walkersville defeated Mountain Ridge 4-1 to get to this second round. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Straight to the pitcher. Double play. Line drive to Bryan. She gloved it through to first and caught the runner. And a double play. The Cougars turn 2 with a 1-3 on the scorecard to end the inning. Sometimes you just got to get lucky, and that one was hit strong right back to the pitcher. She had her glove right there, able to make the throw. We'll step aside for our break. There's no score. We're coming up on the bottom of the second inning. The Cougars are coming for their second at bat in this game. We'll be right back after this message.
The Lodge Restaurant, located on Buckystown Pike in Frederick's Westview Village Shopping Center, is a deep breath of the fresh open outdoors. Farm to fork, locally sourced ingredients means less processed food, releasing the natural flavors that the Lodge Restaurant's rustic charm represents. Specialty burgers ranging from organic beef and local lamb to bison, venison, elk, wild boar, duck, and even kangaroo provide a unique dining experience. Lunch or dinner? Forget about those boring franchise restaurants and take a walk on the wild side at the Lodge Restaurant today.
If you own a business, you know that work doesn't begin and end with the hours posted on your door. Hi, this is Business Development Officer Mary Berry, and at Frederick County Bank, we understand that too. That's why we make business banking easy and accessible, anytime, anywhere. From Buzz.
All right, welcome back. We're here live now, and the leadoff batter in the second inning is Katie Sugars. She's batting left-handed. Katie steps into the batter's box. Ready to go. High fastball. Right across the brim of her hat. Ball one. Inside. Ball two. Windsor has a reputation for good control, and she is working all around that strike zone because Sugars is a dangerous hitter. Chopped in the hole in the gap between third and short for a base hit. And Sugars rounds first base and holds up for a single. That'll bring up catcher Ginny Morris. Ginny looking down third base to Coach Valentine, getting the signals, takes a couple of practice cuts. And she steps in with no outs and a runner on first. Fastball up the middle, called strike. Oh and 1 the count. Looks like a possible bunt situation might be on right here. Chop back to the pitcher. She catches in her glove. Throw to second in time, but safe at first. The throw was wide and it pulled the first baseman off the bag, but they do get the lead runner. They get Sugars at second. And Morris gets the fielder's choice. That'll bring Lexi Ridenauer to the plate. Lexi takes a called strike. That was a beautiful pitch. Runner on first, one out. Swing and a miss. Throw to first. Runner gets back in time, but just barely. Michaela had to dive. Excuse me, not Michaela. That was Morris had to dive back. Campbell has a rifle for an arm. It's just a quick release. Impressive. Fastball inside. That backs Lexi out of the box a little bit. That one looked good, but they have a ball on that one, so Lexi's ready. Good eye for the Cougars. Fastball outside, ball 4, and she walks Lexi Ridenauer. Base on balls. And that'll bring the hero of last Thursday's game to the plate, Courtney Topper. Courtney, the left fielder on this team. Fastball up the middle, ball. So now you've got Morris, who's rather quick, down on second base. Ridenauer on first. Swing and a miss. Windsor's way out in front of all these batters, and this is going to be a pitching duel. There's no doubt about it. This is not going to be a high-scoring game like we had last week. Shot foul. right back into the catcher's mitt. Windsor winds, delivers. Ooh, chin music. Fastball inside. To Courtney. Count even at 2-2. Chop foul into the crowd. And out of play.
Don't give him a contract.
Count stands at 2-2. Runners on first and second. One out. Into the dugout. Foul again. Topper stays alive. In her Grand Slam home run last Thursday, she had about 7 or 8 swings before she connected. High fastball. Full count. And everyone will go on this one. Windsor gets some dirt. Rubs the ball on her thigh and delivers. Chop foul. Pulled way down into the woods, down the third base line. Topper way out in front of that changeup. Windsor mixing them up, moving around the strike zone, changing her pitches nicely. And she walks her to load the bases. Ooh, I thought that was ball 4. My mistake. I believed that was, no, we're at full count now. My mistake. Swing and a miss, and she sent her back to the dugout swinging. So that'll bring up. Let's see, we've got a discussion. Valentine walking down. We're back to the top of the order to La Rochelle. Valentine coming to the plate, the coach, to talk to her player. Got a substitute runner coming in now for the Cougars. On second base. Runners on first and second, 2 out. Bottom of the second, no score. High fastball gets away. Runners will advance. And everybody goes in standing up. So a wild pitch gets away from Campbell, straight to the backboard. And that advances the runners. A runner on third and a runner on second now. High infield pop-up. The shortstop drifts back, calls it, and takes it to retire the side. So Ridenauer with the fly out. Strands 2. At the end of 2 innings, we've got 3 hits and no runs. And the score remains 0-0 here as we move to the top of the 3rd inning, and we'll be right back after this break.
Look, I don't know about you, but when I get my hair cut, I want it done by someone who knows what they're doing, not some shopping mall assembly line rush job. Gary the Barber, located at 101 Tippin Drive, will treat you like you are his only customer. Conveniently located just past the Orchard Village Shopping Center on Tippin Drive, call Gary today and get your hair cut right. That's Gary the Barber, 301-305-7895. That number again is 301-305-7895. By appointment only. Call today.
Mountain Gate Restaurant has been a Thurmont tradition for over 25 years. Christian owned and operated, Mountain Gate Restaurant has one of the finest home-style buffets in the area, with mouth-watering delicacies, desserts, and much more. Mountain Gate Restaurant is not just a place to eat, it is an experience. Down-home country cooking in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Just off Route 15 in Thurmont, look for the big sign that says Mountain Gate Family Restaurant.
All right, welcome back to Catoctin High School with the leadoff batter in this inning is Carly Hopkins. Carly, the left fielder for the Lady Lions, takes a one-hopper for a ball from pitcher Jessica Bryant. Wind up and delivery, called strike. 1-1 the count. Strike two, just on that beautiful outside edge of the strike zone. To Hopkins. Swing and a miss. She went outside after it. One hand on that bat as she swung. And she goes down with a K. That'll bring Lexi Christ to the plate. And she takes a called strike. Bunt rolls foul. And out of play. 0-2 to the batter. Fastball just off the edge of the strike zone. 1-2 the count. Ball two, count even at 2-2. Delivery, swing and a miss. Struck her out. That's 5 strikeouts already in this game for Bryant. Batting right-handed, back to the top of the order, Amanda Campbell. High, chop foul, in play, out of play, and over the dugout. Humble thought she had a play on it, made a good run at it, but it was, I think the wind blew it a little bit more than it looked like it was going. 0-1 the count to Campbell. Called strike. Check that. That is not Campbell. That is Danny Taylor. My mistake. I missed it on a Danny Taylor, the second baseman. Swing and a miss. And she fanned her. 3 up and 3 down. And that's 3 strikeouts in the first and 3 strikeouts in the third. Still no score. The Cougars coming to bat now here in the bottom of the third. We'll take a break and come back. For that leadoff batter for the Cougars will be Maddie Churchill.
It's the perfect time to stop in and visit the friendly team at Thermont's Napa Auto Parts. Warm weather is here to stay, and that means lots of driving with increased wear and tear on your vehicle. Thermont Napa is the place to get everything you need to prepare your car as Mother Nature turns up the heat. Your local source for everything to keep your vehicle on the road. Don't forget, they also have select lawn, garden, and marine supplies. Thermont Napa. They'll keep you running.
Honesty and integrity, open communication, a team of experts, a proven history of success. Business Management Company Incorporated, a full-service accounting firm, has been serving the region for more than 20 years. BMC offers a full range of accounting services, including monthly books, payroll, accounts payable, professional income tax preparation, business financial consulting, and insurance. We specialize in small businesses. Check out our website at bmcaccounting.com today and watch your business grow.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the third inning. We've got Maddie Churchill, the leadoff batter, at the plate. And apparently we had an issue. The umpire called timeout in the middle of the pitch, so that pitch did not count. Not sure why. He was signaling Something may have been on the field. Hard to tell. Fastball right down the pipe for a called strike to Churchill. Fastball outside, ball one. Matty, batting right-handed, steps in. Chop back to the pitcher, easy out, throw to first in time. And Churchill out at first. That'll bring the pitcher, Jessica Bryan, up. Straight back, hits the top of the backstop and bounces back into play. It looked like it was coming right at us. We both jumped. Infield pop-up, left field, the third baseman settles under it and makes the catch. Two up and two down now in the bottom of the third. That'll bring Michaela Persinger to the plate. Chop to the shortstop. She doesn't get a glove on it. It goes safe. And let's see what they rule that one. That's a base hit for Michaela. That'll bring Marley Dinterman to the plate. Two out, runner on first. Pop up in the infield, and the shortstop makes the easy out. So 3 infield pop-up easy outs to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the score remains 0-0. And we come to the top of the 4th inning after this break.
Hi, this is Dwayne with Dunray Plumbing and Heating. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, your local Lennox dealer, can help you stay perfectly comfortable this season and throughout the year. Call Dunray Plumbing and Heating at 301-696-8852 today for savings up to $2,000 on an efficient new home comfort system from Lennox. That's 301-696-8852. Get the best value with rebates from Dunray Plumbing and Heating, Lennox, and Potomac Edison. Dunray Plumbing and Heating, making plumbing, heating, and cooling affordable. Call 301-696-8852 today.
Hi, welcome back. Dwayne Browning will help you out with all your plumbing and heating and air conditioning needs. Matter of fact, he put a beautiful irrigation system in on the outside of our house, one of those frost-free faucets, and we got our garden going nicely right now, thanks to Dwayne at Dunright Plumbing. All right, here we go. Leadoff batter in the top of the 4th. Top of the order, Amanda Campbell. Fastball. Strike one. Same pitch, just about an inch further out for a called ball one. Outside, ball two. 2-1 the count to the leadoff batter in the 4th, Amanda Campbell. Ball 3. Up and outside. Right down the groove. Beautiful pitch for a called strike. Brings the count full at 3-2 in the top of the 4th. Low, ball 4. So Bryant gives up her first walk of the game. And Campbell goes to first base on the base on balls, which will bring to the plate number 4, batting right-handed, Jordan Middleton. Swing and a miss. Runner on first. No outs. No score in this game. Ball outside. 1-1 the count. High, back over the fence and into the crowd. And this time the spectator makes the out. No, it's not an out. Doesn't count. But it was a good catch. Foul ball. 1-2 the count to Middleton. Swing and a miss. And she struck her out. That outside fastball, Brian has been giving them fits because they're all having to reach outside. And if they cheat in on the plate, she starts to give them a little chin music inside. So Brian with some good control here in the 4th inning. Low, ball 1. Jessica has 7 strikeouts so far in this game. Fastball just off the strike zone outside. Ball 2. Strike. Right at the knees. 2-1 the count. Chop to the second baseman. She throws to first and lets the lead runner go. So they get the batter, but the runner advances to second base. That'll bring up Camilla Brunet to the plate with a runner on second and 2 out. Bryant winds, delivers. Fastball called strike to Brunet. And now we've got a timeout. Morris walks out to Bryant. And they're talking it over. The umpire takes an opportunity to dust off that plate a bit. And now time in. We're ready to go. Swing and a miss. Two outs and 0-2. Brian out in front with a runner on second on the top of the 4th. Chop foul. Brunet stays alive. Infield playing medium. Outfield medium straight away. Chop to the third baseman. She gloves it, turns, throws to first on the run. And Sugars makes a beautiful throw, rifles it to first to get the final out of the inning. So at the end of 4.5 innings, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. And that'll bring the Cougars to the bat. And we'll step aside for a break and be right back for the leadoff batter for the Catoctin Cougars. The bottom of the 4th will be Katie Sugars.
Hi, It's Mary Lou Henner, and I'm not afraid to talk about anything. Your health, your finances, your kids, your relationships, everything for you. We'll also check in live with your favorite celebrities and give you a little backstage pass to the latest in entertainment. Only on The Mary Lou Henner Show.
Tune in weekdays to The Mary Lou Henner Show, 12 to 2 p.m.
I'm Bobby Likas, host of Bobby Likas Car Clinic. Grab your calendar and let's make a date. Saturdays at 2 p.m. here on AM 1450, The Source. On Car Clinic, we'll make that drive into the automotive lifestyle. I'll share information that'll help you make better buying and service decisions. So make it a date, Saturdays at 2 p.m. AM 1450, The Source, and Bobby Likas Car Clinic. Like us, you'll love us.
Bobby Likas Car Clinic, Saturdays from 2 to 4 p.m. on AM 1450. Your source for great local radio. All right, Sugar steps into the batter's box, batting left-handed. Katie's ready. Fastball from Windsor, ball one. Katie had a single in her first at-bat. To the shortstop, grounder, pick up, throw to first in time. And Sugars is out. That'll bring up Jenny Morris, the catcher. Jenny got on a fielder's choice in her last at-bat. Takes a called strike one right at the letters for the first pitch from Windsor. The pitcher's battle so far, nobody really to mount any serious threat in this game at scoring. Morris ready. Fastball outside. Ball. Two and one the count to Morris. Fastball high. The count moves to 3-1. One out. Bottom of the fourth. No score. Fastball called strike, moves the count to full. So Morris takes it all the way to the distance here. Jenny's ready. Couple of practice cuts. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. So Morris gets, Windsor gets her second strikeout of the game. That brings Ridenauer to the plate. High fastball. Ball one. That was a changeup. That wasn't a fastball. Oh, that one went way upstairs. Ball two. Ridenauer. Second baseman for the Lady Cougars steps in. High fastball. 3-0 the count. And I would suspect that Coach Valentine will ask Miss Ridenauer to let this one go. She does, and it's a called strike. 3-1. Ridenauer will swing away now. Strike two. And just like the previous batter, Windsor takes it to full. Swing and a miss, and she struck her out. So at the end of 4 complete innings, no runs, no hits, 3 up and 3 down, and the Cougars go to the field. Walkersville comes to the bat. In their order, Allie McGuire will lead off with Lexi Windsor on deck. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Costa, host of the Costa Report every Saturday at 4 p.m. My guest this week is former House Intelligence Chairman Mike Rogers, who says the U.S. must prepare for a long engagement with ISIS and expect more cyber attacks from China. Don't miss Mike Rogers this Saturday at 4 p.m. on the Costa Report, right here on the only continuously locally owned and operated community radio station in Frederick County for 45 years and counting. AM 1450, The Source.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready. We're all the way to the top of the 5th inning in a 0-0 game. And Allie McGuire, the first baseman, steps up to the plate. Takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Allie singled in her first at bat, and then was forced out at second, singled on her second at bat and forced out at second. So Allie's 2 for 2 today. Fastball inside, ball 2 to McGuire. Sugar's playing right on the line at third and inside the bag. Infield in on McGuire. High infield pop-up, floats into the outfield, and center fielder takes it. In shallow center field. And there's 1 out. And that'll bring up Lexi Windsor to the plate. She takes a fastball outside for a ball. Swing, tip back to the dugout. Strike 1. 1-1 the count to Windsor. Chop to the third baseman, 1 hopper. Sugars picks it up, fires to first. Nice D by Katie Sugars over there on third. She made a play last inning, a much harder play for the out. You can see why they got her up on third. Perfect positioning of the defense by Coach Valentine. That'll bring up Hopkins, who fouls it away down the first base line and into the crowd. Out of play. Line drive to the shortstop. She 1-hops it, fires to first, and that's it. 3 up and 3 down. Just that quickly. The inning is over. So at the end of 5.5, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no score. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll have the chicken.
And I'll have your triple-decker hot fudge sundae. Oh, and 2 pounds of broccoli.
For lunch?
I love their hot fudge sundaes, and this one's huge.
But aren't you on a diet?
Yeah, but I ordered broccoli.
So?
Broccoli's good stuff. It makes up for the ice cream sundae.
But you're just eating more food. 2 pounds of broccoli?
Well, it's a lot of ice cream.
Do you believe that doing good deeds can make up for your past sins?
Hey, Bob, you always wanted my guitar. Well, here, it's yours.
Wow. What do I owe you?
Nothing. I blame this guy at work for something I did, and it got him fired, and he committed suicide. So to make up for it, I'm giving you my really expensive guitar.
What does that have to do with me?
Nothing. I just need to do something nice to balance out the bad with some good in my life.
But that was pretty bad.
Well, this is a pretty nice guitar.
There's only one way to deal with the penalty of sin: forgiveness. Have you asked for God's forgiveness? Another message from Lifeline Productions, located on the web at lifelinepro.com.
All right, welcome back to Catoctin High School, where we're in the second round of the Section 1 semifinals, where the Catoctin Lady Cougars are hosting the Lady Lions from Walkersville, just right up the street. And the leadoff batter in the fifth inning, number 16, Courtney Topper. Courtney struck out in her last at bat to Windsor. Swing and a miss. Topper behind on that pitch. Windsor takes her time, delivers. Foul tipped away off the catcher and to the backstop. Strike two. 0-2 to Topper. Courtney steps in to the batter's box. She's ready. High infield pop-up. Pitcher rushes in, makes the catch on the run. That's the first out of the inning. That'll take us back around in the order to Allie La Rochelle. Ball one outside to Allie. Allie had a fly out in her last at bat. Back in the second inning. A one hopper. Ball two to La Rochelle. Fastball. Beautiful pitch by Windsor. Takes the count to 3-1 now. La Rochelle took that pitch all the way. Strike two, called strike two. Reminiscent of what we went through the last inning, where two back-to-back batters for the Cougars were taken all the way to full. And here we are again. Tip foul, and she's out into the catcher's glove. And that is the second out of the inning. La Rochelle gets a strikeout. Maddie Churchill chops one into right field, right on the line. And the catch is made for the third out of the inning. So at the end of 5 complete innings, no runs, no hits, and no errors, 3 up and 3 down. And Walkersville will come to the plate. Top of the 6th inning. Here at Catoctin High School. Well, something's got to give. Not much run production. A real true pitcher's duel here today between Windsor and Bryant. And so far, neither one of them has the advantage on the scoreboard. Bryant has the advantage on the scorecard. Jessica has, let's count them up for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts in this game. As opposed to Windsor, who has 4. Check that, 4. So here's a leadoff batter for the Walkersville Lions. Top of the 6th inning, Lexi Christ. She goes into the bunt stance, and Bryant one-hops it to the catcher for a ball. Ball 1 to Chris. Fastball, strike 1. Bryant rifles that one in on the outer edge of the plate. Ball again. She chops it foul and rolls out of play. That'll move the count to 1-2. Here in the top of the 6th inning. Fastball. 1 hops to Morris. The count goes to 1-2. Bryant delivers. Struck her out, caught her looking. The umpire pointed right at her and then closed his fist. So another K on the scorecard for Bryant. That'll bring up Danny Taylor, batting right-handed. Check swing, called strike. Taylor struck out in her last at bat in the 3rd inning. Infield in. Foul tipped up and way to the backstop. Still in play, but Morris couldn't locate. Oh, 0-2 to Taylor. Fastball outside, just off the outside of the plate. 1-2 the count. Hear that glove pop over the radio. Nice. Swing and a miss. Change up upstairs. Had Danny Taylor hunting for it, and she went out looking for it, and way out in front. Strike out for Jessica Bryant. Takes us back to the top of the order. And Amanda Campbell chops it to the second baseman, who makes the easy out at first. So at the end of 6.5, no runs, no hits, 3 up and 3 down. And we move to the bottom of the 6th inning, and somebody better get those bats going or we'll be here all day. Take a little break and be right back. I'll tell you about the Orioles. You want to listen to this one. This is a good package coming up here.
The Orioles homestand continues as your Birds host the Mariners Tuesday, May 19th through Thursday, May 21st. Good seats still remain for each game, including Tuesday's Ollie's Bargain Night, presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet, when all upper reserve seats are just $10 when purchased in advance. The series wraps with a 12:35 afternoon showdown on Thursday. For tickets, visit Orioles.com or call 888-848-BIRD.
All right, welcome back. I have been corrected. It's Danny Tyler. My bad. So now Walkersville in the field, and we're here at the bottom of the 6th inning. The leadoff batter for the Lady Cougars, Jessie Bryant, in the on-deck circle, taking a few practice cuts. Bryant steps into the batter's box now, and we're ready. No score, bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 7-inning game. Looks like we may need them all. Here we go. Windsor, ready on the mound. Winds and delivers. Foul tip back into the crowd and hits the fence behind the backstop. All clear. 0-1 to Bryant. Fastball inside, ball 1. One and one, the count. Deep to right field, high fly ball. And she misses it, drops it, round and turning, safe in the second on the slide. Bryant turns it into a 2-bagger. And that's our first error of the game. So Brian gets on in scoring position. The go-ahead run at second base with Michaela Persinger, who had a single in her last at bat, ready to go. Infield pop-up, back to the dugout, not in time for Campbell to get there. Good effort by Amanda Campbell to run that one down. 0-1 to Persinger. Chopped up off the inside of the handles of the bat into the second baseman pop-up, and it's an out. She jammed her inside and went right off the inside shaft of the bat. She forced that one up. Persinger fastball high, ball 1. Marley Dinnerman batting. Marley grounded out in her last at bat to second base. Looks down the line to Coach Valentine for instruction. I believe they say no pitch on that. Now that pitch is a strike. So the first pitch was a no pitch because time was out. That next pitch counts. So it's 0-1 now. Fastball high. 1-1 the count to Dinterman. Bryan on second. 1 out. Fastball hitter. I don't know, it hit something. I don't know whether it hit the end of the bat. I think it hit the base of the bat. One and two, the count. Bryant taking her time. Calls timeout. Reaches for her rosin bag. I believe she didn't like the call her catcher was making on the pitch, so here we go. Delivery. Foul ball back over the backstop. Dinnerman stays alive. 1-2 to Marley. Chop foul down the first baseline. Dinnerman hangs in there. You need a sacrifice right here. You need a deep fly ball to right field. High fastball. Ball 2. The count evens at 2 apiece. Beautiful catch by the shortstop, the robber of the base hit. That ball looked like it was going to drop. But the shortstop hustled over. For Walkersville to make the out. And there's 2 outs and a runner on second with Sugars at the bat. Ball low. Called strike, 1-1 to Katie. Katie, the lone left-handed batter on this Lady Cougars team. The orange bat is ready. Chop foul down the third baseline. Windsor out in front now, 1-2 with 2 out. The bottom of the 6th. The Cougars threatening the go-ahead run on second. Base hit down the right baseline, and then here comes the runner, makes the turn, the throw to home, not in time, and the run scores. So Sugars, with an RBI single, gets the Cougars on the board for the first time in this game. What a clutch hit by Sugars with 2 outs. And that'll bring Ginny Morris, the catcher, up to bat now. With a runner on first, she takes a ball inside. Sugars pulled that right down the first base line in between the first baseman and the bag in a rocket liner. And now the catch is made on a pop-up to retire the side. So at the end of 6 complete innings, on 2 hits, 1 run, and no errors, the Cougars won and the Walkersville Lions nothing. And we'll come to the top of the 7th for the last at-bat of the game for the Lady Lions after this commercial message.
It's time to take a serious look at Star Motorcycle, the coolest name in cruisers. Because right now at Fredericktown Yamaha, you'll get 3.99% financing for 36 months on any Star motorcycle. Like the all-new, rake-out, fist-in-the-wind Striker, or the totally customized, totally powerful Raider. Or let the sporty, value-packed V-Star 950 prove just how far your money can go. At Star Motorcycles, we build it, you make it your own. And with 3.99% financing for 3 years at Fredericktown Yamaha, making one your own has never been easier. Located at 5800 Urbana Pike, Frederick, Maryland, visit FredericktownYamaha.com.
Finance offer subject to credit approval applies to purchase of new Star motorcycles made on a Yamaha installment financing loan account from now until September 30th. Minimum contract length 24 months, maximum 36 months, minimum amount financed $5,000. See dealers for details.
Head on over to Fredericktown Yamaha today and tell Richard Riley you want a new motorcycle, and get ready for the 4th of July, the Barbara Fritchie Classic, the oldest half-mile flat-track motorcycle race in America. And it's brought to you live on AM 1450, your source for great sports. All right, so this is it. It's do or die time for the Lady Lions. Leadoff batter is Jordan Middleton. Jordan struck out in her last at bat in the 4th inning. And she steps into the batter's box. Batting right-handed, Bryant, with 9 strikeouts in the game, fires one. Middleton fakes the bunt for a ball 1, just slightly off the strike zone outside. She swings away. Strike 1 as the infield cheats in, expecting another bunt. Coach Campbell has her swinging away on that one. 1-1 in the count. There's the bunt. She lays it down. Throw to first base. She drops it. Ditterman takes it off the tip of her glove. And so the Lady Lions leadoff batter gets on. And that's on an error to number 2, Marley Dinnerman. That'll bring up Dakota Fraley. Dakota grounded out to the second baseman in her last at bat. Ball one. Low and outside from Bryant. Runner on first, no outs. Top of the seventh. 1-0 Cougars. Fastball outside, ball two. Classic chess match here in this last inning of the game. Wind up and delivery. Fastball called strike. Right in the sweet spot for Bryant. 2-1 to Fraley. Foul tip back to the backstop. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Cougar infield playing straight away with the third base in. Here comes the pitch. Fastball outside. She goes out there after it, but does not swing. She checks her wrists. That'll move the count to full. With a runner on first and no outs, here we go. Base hit up the middle into center field. The runner comes to second and holds. So Fraley gets it done, and we've got the tying run at second. Go ahead, run on first. And a timeout as all the Cougars come together at the mound. Coach Valentine walks out to talk to her team, settle them down a bit. Let them know that they can get out of this with a nice double play. Work the batter. Plays in any bag. Runners on first and second now. No outs. Top of the seventh. Lady Lions threatening with a rally here in the top of the seventh. Bryant delivers. Fastball. Strike. Camilla Brunet grounded out the third in her last bat. Foul ball hit over the dugout and out of play. Bryant gets out in front, 0-2 on the count. Jessica toes that rubber, winds and delivers. Right back to the pitcher, goes off, throw to second in time, throw to first, they get the double play. Bryant could not make the catch, but it glanced off her glove, went straight to the shortstop. The shortstop threw to second for the out. The second baseman threw to first for the out. The runner advanced to third. So now we've got a real game here with a runner on third, 2 outs. And Allie McGraw at bat. The first baseman batting right-handed. Delivery, chop to the shortstop, gloves that throw to first, in time. The Lady Cougars have won it. 1-0 in a thrilling pitcher's duel between the Cougars and the Walkersville Lady Lions, and the Lions need to hold their head up high because they were in this one all the way. Runner on third, that tying run just looming on third, staring at that plate. And this is exactly what playoff softball is supposed to look like. With a 1-0 defensive duel between these two teams who meet each other every year in an amazing display of sportsmanship The coaches meet at the home plate to hug each other. Brad Young, the president of the Frederick County School Board, hugs Coach Valentine and says, "Great game, Coach." And it was. I'm going to step aside for a short break, and I'll be right back for our player of the game and our post-game wrap-up after this commercial message.
MedOne Pharmacy is the largest locally owned and operated pharmacy in Frederick County. MedOne Pharmacy has 6 locations in Boonesboro, Brunswick, Emmitsburg, Middletown, Thurmont, and Woodbine to provide you with convenience, experience, service, tradition, and value. MedOne Pharmacy. Check out their website at MedOnePharmacy.com. That's MedOne Pharmacy.com. On Facebook, or for more information, call them at the location nearest you. MedOne Pharmacy. Stop by today.
Hello, my name is William Warren, owner of Emmanuel Technology Consulting. In this rapidly changing world of technology, the last thing you want to do is search for help for all the technology in your life from several different companies. Emmanuel Technology Consulting is experienced in multiple platforms, including smartphones, iPads, Android tablets, and gaming consoles, just to name a few. Data security is a huge issue these days, and you need to protect your data from malware, software corruption, or hardware failure. Emmanuel Technology Consulting is not just about prevention or about proactive intervention when it comes to your important information. When you have a problem, you don't have to wait for a phone call back. We will respond quickly to you, and we are experts at remote diagnostics, so you will have a quick solution. That's Emmanuel Technology Consulting. Call us today at 301-524-5271 or check us out online at etc-md.com. Emmanuel Technology Consulting, helping you design your digital life.
Do you remember hearing about an incredible event at the Frederick Fairgrounds over the past several summers? There were free groceries and haircuts and shoes and music and fun, and anyone was welcome. That was Convoy of Hope. And now that the seeds were planted, Convoy of Hope has become Planting Hope 2015. On Saturday, May the 30th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Frederick Fairgrounds, thousands of volunteers, friends, and neighbors will come together in a simple act of love and community to give you a helping hand. The event is free, and all that we need is you. Come on down to the fairgrounds, bring your family, tell all your friends, and find out what is so special about this home we call Frederick. Free groceries, haircuts, family photo portraits, medical and dental checkups, breast cancer screenings, shoes, free lunch, and more. That's Planting Hope 2015, Saturday, May the 30th. Doors open at 10 a.m. We hope to see you there.
I just wanna be okay today.
Living Word Academy is a Christ-centered school serving grades K through 12, located in Blue Ridge Summit, Pennsylvania. Living Word is the first choice of parents seeking Christ-centered education that teaches students Christian values in preparation for life's challenges. Students at Living Word Academy enjoy a positive, Christ-centered environment that stimulates learning and creativity, allowing them to grow physically, mentally, and spiritually. The professional staff at Living Word Academy believe that the role of the parent is to educate their children. Living Word Academy will partner with you to form an educational team grounded in Christ that will lead your child down the paths of knowledge and education. For more information, call 717-794-5561. That's 717-794-5561. Living Word Academy in Blue Ridge Summit, Pennsylvania. Building your child's education on the solid foundations of Christ.
Welcome back to Catoctin High School, where the Lady Cougars victorious 1-0 in a great pitching duel between the Walkersville Lions and the Catoctin Cougars. And we have been informed that Middletown has defeated their opponent 11-1, which means that the Lady Cougars will travel Wednesday to Middletown for what I think might be the game of the year. And we have with us player of the game here, Jessica Bryan. Jessica, congratulations. Great pitching duel. Did you expect the score to be so low?
Honestly, I didn't really know. I mean, I thought our bats were going to come out in the beginning because we've been doing really good hitting, but I guess not this game. We'll get it next time.
Well, I was just saying that because of what happened last Thursday.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys just lit it up. The ball kept going over they had to, discussion in the paper about whether they need more balls for the game because it was 14 runs and 8 homers in the game. So,
yes, sir.
You guys lit it up, but then we knew Lexi Windsor was good, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We prepared for her all week.
Did you really? What did Coach Valentine have you do to get ready for her?
Working on, hitting faster pitching off machines and off-speed pitches.
She is fast, isn't she? She's got some velocity. Yes. Well, guess who you get to see on Wednesday? Talk about pitchers. Somebody named Sammy Main, who we've seen many, many, many times over and over and over again. But that's okay. The bats will come alive and the Cougars will get it. So, Jessica, 9 strikeouts in the game. You were the difference, just that you had that little bit of edge. Windsor had 7 strikeouts in the game. So just that little bit of edge and the base hit by Sugars to knock that run home. Boy, oh boy, that did it. So congratulations. You win 2 tickets to the Orioles. Don't go out of here until I give you your tickets. I've got them right there in the bag. So you're the proud winner of 2 tickets to the Orioles. Take a friend, take your father or mother, whatever. Have a blast. And congratulations. We'll see you Wednesday at Middletown. How's that sound?
Good. Thank you.
All right. So that's it. I got one more score for you here on the board. The South Carroll game score has come in. South Carroll has defeated Clear Spring, and I'm sure the Lady Cougars love to hear that because Clear Spring was one of their lone defeats this year. They only had, I believe, 3 losses this year in Clear Spring, their first loss of the year after 9 straight wins. So Clear Spring goes down to South Carroll in the softball playoffs, and that's the only other game that has come in so far. As I go down the list looking here, I don't see anything else, so we're good. All right, so let me set this post-game setup for you here. This was a classic defensive pitchers duel with both pitchers pitching a fantastic game. Of course, Lexi Windsor, really a well-known, daunting pitcher for batters because she has such velocity and she can move the ball around the strike zone with such good control. But then they've really not ready for Jessica Bryan, and Bryan has that beautiful, she's got that fastball that it's not the same, if you put the radar gun on it, it wouldn't have the same velocity, but it just smokes knee high and just off the outside edge of the strike zone for a called strike. And she had a bunch of those for 9 strikeouts in this game. And then the Cougars got on an error, got a runner on an error, moved the runner around to second, and then on a base hit from second, Jessica Bryan, our player of the game, scores the only run of the game on a great display of base running as she goes all the way from second base, rounds third, and races home to get the 1 run and the win of the game, the 1-0 win for the Lady Cougars. So congratulations. They move on now to the section finals. That's the Section 1 finals next week at Middletown High School. And they'll go on the road for this one simply because Middletown is the number 1 seed in Section 1 and the Lady Cougars are the number 2 seed. So number 1 seed, always the higher seed always hosts the game. But that's okay. They've played Middletown before on the road, and they know how to beat that team. Those 2 teams it's going to be a very, very close game. Very much like here tonight, Sammy Main, a great pitcher too, and the Cougars have their work cut out for them this Wednesday. We will bring you that game live in its entirety. Just check out our website, WTHU.org, for the first pitch times. And I want to remind you, this game has been archived in its entirety. The play-by-play will be available later this evening at WTHU.org. Just click on Audio Vault, go to high school softball, and in there you'll see, you can listen to the game online. You can download it to your desktop, your laptop, your iPad, your iPod. Listen to it at your convenience and enjoy it. And also, last week we videotaped the Oakdale game, the first round game, with that 14 runs. It was a batter's delight, and that entire game is up online. I want to encourage you to go take that and look at it. The video is fantastic, especially at 23 minutes and 52 seconds. Courtney Topper hits a grand slam homer and you want to check that out on video. That's great. So on behalf of the entire AM 1450 team, once again, congratulations to the Catoctin Lady Cougars for a victory here at home to move to the third round of the playoffs with their eye on Bachman Field in the state semifinals next week. We move to Middletown. Thanks for tuning in. This was a great game. We had a blast. We hope that you'll enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you back here Wednesday night for Lady Cougar softball.